welcome back to my channel. You know, I'm always coming to you with those relatable topics. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn your post notification bell on so you'll be notified every time I post a video. Okay, sis? And if you haven't already, by the looks of the title, you already know what we're gonna get into. I'm in a good mood. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, so here's the thing, right? Being submissive in a relationship is a big ordeal, and it's a topic that I myself need help with. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be the coach and all. If you're new to my channel, my name is Coach Sweetie. I'm a relationship and wellness coach. Okay, I focus on all relatable issues, troubles that we all face as women in our relationships. And if you have been in a intimate partner violence situation, domestic violence situation, I also cover those things as well. So if you're interested in booking a session with me, if you just need somebody to talk to, if you really need help with your situation, go ahead. All the links are down in the description box. Okay, so yeah, being submissive is like, we don't have a problem with it, but it's just like the litigation behind being submissive for us as a woman. Okay, a woman will submit to the right man. I firmly believe in that. If you are the person that's gonna balance this woman out, it will happen automatically. But the thing about it is, women are naturally vulnerable, and when it comes to being submissive, it's like, it contradicts our vulnerability, because we want our man to lead. We want our man to feel good about himself. We want to boost his ego and make him feel like he's the bomb.com. Okay, we want to do that, but it's just like, it feels like it comes with a price. It feels like being submissive nowadays, especially the way society is being run, it feels like it comes with a price to be submissive to a man. Like, the thing about it is, most men say that they want a woman that is ambitious, that is goal oriented, that can hold her own, overall independent woman. But then it's turned around to say that if we don't submit, okay, and if we are independent, we're too controlling, or we make them insecure as a man because of that, and it causes a lot of turmoil in the relationship. This whole submissive thing, help me too with it, because I'm gonna cover as much as I can, but I would really like to know your beliefs as well, because this is something that I have struggled with too. Okay, so LGBTQ community, I support you. I'm all the way with you. So however your situation works, just let this video correspond to your situation, your ideal situation, and just work with me. I'm here for you too. All right? Okay, so yeah, men want a woman, you oftentimes you hear them say they want a woman that can add to them. They want a woman that they could build with. They want a woman that's independent, a woman that can bring something to the table as well. But then in the terms of being submissive to him, you hear that it's an issue with us being independent. It's an issue, they're uncomfortable because our independence just means that, we're unruly, or we're controlling, or we're just, what's the word, undisciplined, in a manner of we make them feel unneeded. And to tell you the truth, I just feel like a man should embrace the fact that a woman can meet him halfway. A man should embrace the fact that he got what he wanted. He found a woman that can truly be his partner in life and build with him and meet him halfway and add to him the same way that he adds to her. But instead, it's seen as an insecurity, it's seen as a threat to his ego. And oftentimes I hear women being told by their man or their partner that you know they don't see how the relationship is gonna last if they don't submit, if they don't relinquish their ambitions, if they don't take it down a notch. And it's just like, well, why does it have to get to that point? That's what I don't understand. Trust plays a big role in being submissive to your partner, and I believe that submission definitely boils down to trust. It's like, how can I completely let my guard down with you if you are not displaying a consistent measure of certain attributes within the relationship for me to even feel comfortable enough to just completely sit back and let you take charge. Women cannot feel submissive without a man providing her certain attributes, such as feeling protected by this man, feeling like he has her best interest no matter what, feeling like she is being considered in every aspect of the relationship. A woman wants her man to be her rock too. It's vice versa. It can't just be one way. A woman wants to feel protected at all times. She wants to feel safe. She wants to feel like you are uplifting her mentally, spiritually, and emotionally in the relationship. And those things that I mentioned are needed to be on a consistent basis, not once in a blue moon, not only when you want to butter her up to have your way. And for me, it's like women need this reassurance in order to be submissive, but men just feel like, well, once they're providing, then we should submit. And I say we because I'm a woman. I am definitely struggling with this issue, and I've had, and I will cover that later down in the video. But for all of my supporters that are watching, I want you to truly understand what it means to be submissive to your partner. There are a lot of contradictions when it comes to being submissive. This topic is so big nowadays because of the society that we live in, where independence is truly embraced by women and men. And it gets to a point where we start to wonder, do we even need each other? Because independence is so taken advantage of nowadays. But what I need you to remember is you need to always have an equal give and take in your relationship for that situation to be not an issue. For the whole independence ordeal not to take over your relationship, you always need to have an equal give and take, because it will bring balance to the situation. So when you consider being submissive to your partner, it will no longer be because that who provides more. It will more so be because you guys did take the time to develop that trust with each other and that bond with each other to provide those attributes that I mentioned earlier on, such as feeling safe, feeling like each other's rock, feeling like you uplift each other mind, body, and soul, and the whole nine. And that's just the bottom line, right? That is what we need as women to feel comfortable with the idea of being submissive. And it's just like, why should I believe in you and trust in you to lead me and you don't believe in me? How is that submissive? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a one-way street. How do you want to lead me, but you don't want me to be by your side? It's kind of like You know, you're going into a restaurant with your person, and you're standing side by side and holding each other's hand. To me, that is a passive form of submissive behavior, because it's just like, yeah, you're leading me into this restaurant as you should, but we're doing this together. And I think that's the problem that we have nowadays as women. We're like, the whole thought of being submissive nowadays, and the submissive that we are being subjective to, is like, you're supposed to say when, how high, skip, jump, leap, and I have no say at all. That's a problem. That is a problem. So the question is, be submissive, but what kind of submission are you looking for from me as the person that you say you love? Because there's no way you could love me and gonna tell me that, you want me to believe and trust in you to lead me in this relationship and where it's going, but you don't believe in me as far as being by your side and working together. It goes back to me saying, like, men complain and say that they want a woman that could do something. They want a woman that can add to the table too. But then you get what you want, it's a problem. It's a problem, because you hear oftentimes men are insecure when their woman is independent. Why? What does insecurity have to do with submission? Yeah, what does it have to do with submission? Like, I just thought about that. What does it really have to do? What does your insecurities as a man and your ego have to do with me following your lead as your woman? Why does it have to overcome us being a partnership and saying that, okay, we got each other's back, we're doing this together, we're in this together? And I think that is why us women have it so hard to believe in submitting to a man. What am I submitting to? Am I submitting to you taking full control over my life, telling me what to do, how to eat, how to drink, how to dress, how to speak, and I can't have an opinion? I can't put in an effort as towards where our relationship is going. I have no say so at all. It's my life too. Right? It's my life too. So we start to think, like, how is this love then? This is not love. This is control. That's what it is. It's control. It's an old mental lack from way back when there used to be slavery, where there used to be more male dominant families, where the man would go out there and provide and the woman would stay home and do her womanly duties. But the society that we live in today has drastically changed. Women are no longer sitting down twiddling their thumbs waiting for a man to hand her something, or waiting for a man to give her permission to get something done. That's no longer the equation. And I just feel like, in order for our relationships to bloom the way it's supposed to bloom in 2021, we definitely have to try to convince our men to let go of that whole ego trip, where it's like, you want to dominate me and our relationship, and forget the fact that it's not about your ego, it's about our egos, it's about us, it's about we. When we're in a relationship, it's no matter about you, what you want me to do, what you need me to do. It's about, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing to better our relationship, to grow in this relationship, to be independent together, to add to each other, to balance each other out? What are we doing? Not what are you doing? And it's like a psychological complex where, men say one thing and do another. They want a committed woman. They want a woman they could build with. They want all these great things. But when they get it, they're intimidated by it. Why? When you should just be like, hallelujah, thank the Lord, I got what I needed and I'm going to work with it. That's all you got to do. You just got to meet us halfway as women and say, okay, I'm not trying to control you. I don't want you to feel like your opinion is not validated in our relationship or where our life is headed. I don't want you to feel like you don't have the mental capacity to plan out our future or work towards it as a woman. I do validate you. I do respect you. I do love you. And we are going to do this together. But it's just the simple fact that, okay, bet. There is such thing as a woman being too independent. Yes, there is. Guys, yes, there is. There is such thing as a woman being too independent because guess what? If you really, truly understand your self-worth as a woman, then you will not be out here trying to do everything and anything on your own. There's a time and a place for a woman, and you should know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, especially if you claim that you're in a committed relationship. You need to understand when to sit back when it comes to certain tasks. And I think that's another issue that our men have with us. Like, we just can't, we don't know when to just take a step back because we take this whole independent thing and we run with it. So it's like we contradict ourselves because here we are saying, oh, I love you so much and I want to be the woman you need me to be. And I'm down for you, baby. I'll ride for you, baby. You know? But then on the flip side is like, oh, hell no. Yeah, all of that. Oh, hell no. He want me to do this. He want me to do that. Da, da, da. I'm independent. I'm my own woman. I don't got to do nothing he want me to do. He say I got to do. You know, it's like, it's a catch-22. But, you know, to each his own. You know your situation. So apply what I'm saying to your situation. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not gonna sit here and play devil's advocate, but the whole bottom line of this video is to help people understand why women are scared to submit, why we have such an issue with the whole word submitting. It sounds very demeaning, and it's just like, you know, it's contradicting. It's very contradicting because it's like, you're telling me that I should believe and trust in you to lead me. But on the flip side, you don't believe in me. You don't trust me. And what I have to bring to the table for us. Keyword, us. You know what I'm saying? So, there is such thing as being too independent. And maybe that is something that, you know, you just have to dig deep and ask yourself, like, what are you willing to sacrifice as far as your ego goes, sis? Like, really? Because is it worth losing your relationship? Because, you know, a man's ego is something that you are not, you are never gonna win. It's a losing battle. And if both of you have an ego, a horrible ego at that, somebody has to compromise. And I think that's why a lot of us are out here single and lonely and miserable because we refuse. We refuse to compromise. We call it settling, in which, no, it's not settling. It's just like you gotta know when to take a step back. You gotta know when to let your man feel like a man. The same way you want him to boost your self-esteem is the same way you gotta boost his. Men want to feel like men, and they can't feel like a man if you all of this and I could take care of myself. I don't need you to do nothing for me and because it's not about, submitting to a man is not about what he could do for you. It's about what are you guys gonna do together. What is the plan? Okay, that's what it's about. So sis, what is it gonna boil down to? Are you going to, you know, try to mellow out the situation and come to a common ground? Or are you gonna continue to react with attitude and say hell to the no, no, no? It's funny to me because I recently was doing a session. I do virtual sessions, and this woman said to me, he wants me to work 12-hour days and come home and cook dinner and do this and do that and that. And I said to her, I said, okay, so, but you knew that was his expectation of you before you got into a committed relationship. I'm sure there had to be somewhere down the line where he was expecting you to make him dinner and you were making dinner to please him, to get on his good side, to attract him, right? So why now that he expects it on a regular basis, keyword consistency, why when he wants consistency now it's an issue because you're independent and you're working 12-hour days. These are the situations where it's like you got to be fair. Be fair. What you went into the relationship doing, you have to be consistent. And it goes back to what I said about the attributes. Women need to feel like you have their back 100% in order to submit. They really do. And I don't know how you're gonna prove it, but you guys have to just come to some type of common ground. With my own personal experience with this whole submissive thing, okay, you know I've had men say to me, you're too independent, I'm used to women waiting on me to do things, and you're making me insecure. I've had men say, I don't know how to be with you because I'm not used to this. I'm not used to you calling me and telling me what you already done did. I'm not used to a woman accomplishing certain things and being in her truth and being confident like that. It's just like, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. So, are you gonna keep crucifying me because I am capable of holding my own? Are you going to keep telling me that I make you insecure? Are you going to join me and say, okay, what can we do together? Because that's what I'm about. I'm about partnership. I'm about, okay, where do you see us in the next couple of years? Because that's the point. Us. Not you, not me. Us. Right? I'm all about, okay, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What can I help you do? What can we help each other do? Why does it have to be I'm doing something for me and it's bothering you to the point where you want to walk away from me? To the point where you want to turn your back on me because I'm trying to be productive for me. I'm trying to uphold my responsibility of being able to add to the table for the both of us. And it's a problem when you and many other men have made it clear that you don't want a woman that's gonna sit down on her behind and be lazy and have no sense of life, have no clarity, have no ambition, nothing. I get frustrated and I'm just like, okay, well, if me being secure about myself and where I'm headed in life makes you insecure, then we're not on the same page. We're not on the same level. So even if I were to submit to you, the relationship is not going nowhere. Because that's simply telling me that you don't want nothing going for me. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because like I said, this is an issue for me. This is a topic for everybody and anybody, okay? Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I take it. You don't want nothing going for me so you can feel good about yourself as somebody that's in my life and we're trying to join our lives together. You see, that's the problem. Like, I think men don't look at it as a broad spectrum. Like, it's not just your life anymore when you say you're in a relationship. It involves our lives, our children's lives, our family lives, everybody's lives. So what we do together is gonna bounce back to everybody around us. And it's just like, so if you're the only one making decisions, if you're the only one that has something going for yourself, what good can that do for our children? What good can that do for our family if you're the only one that's calling the shots and has something going for yourself? When you're complaining that you need a woman that could meet you halfway, that you need a woman you could build with, that's the confusion for me. And it's quite hurtful for me as a woman. It's quite hurtful because to me, if you say you love me the way you do, then you would believe in me just the same way I believe in you. The same way I could take a minute and look at you and say, okay, what are your dreams? What are your goals? What can I do to help you accomplish them? What can we do together? It's the same way you could hold my hand and say, all right, bet. Next year, this what we going to do together to benefit the both of us. What's wrong with that? Why does it have to be either or? That is why I have a problem submitting in a relationship. And I see so far that my ambitions does threaten men, and they walk away. They walk away. Um, it's hurtful, especially when somebody is screaming that they love you oh so much. It's like, where did the love go? You want to leave me because I could fend for myself? Because I have ideas? Because, I put the pedal to the wheel and I just figure stuff out and, I'm capable? You want to just leave me hanging because I'm capable? But I think that's a societal issue. I think, like I said, it goes back to history where men were kind of trained to say, like, they have to do everything. They have to do everything, and if they don't do everything, they're not a man. I think that's where that mental comes from, but it's a bad mental. It's an unhealthy mental, okay? Yeah, that's a bad mental to have because it's just like, okay, where that's a well long mentality. Like, I just had to get Jamaican real quick. Yeah, that's a well long mentality. Like, why you wanna well me down as a woman where you say you love? What that for? How is that gonna work? How is the relationship gonna grow? Where is it going when you wanna do everything and then when you look, your ears say you're tired, you're very exhausted, you're burdensome, you're stressed, all these things. That's why. That mentality. I don't know. We are not perfect, ladies, and by right, we are supposed to allow our men, our partners to feel like they are in, they're on solid ground, that they're in a solid foundation. You're supposed to boost their ego, but they're supposed to boost yours too. And that's just the common denominator for being submissive. It's just like our egos are supposed to be completely destroyed in order to make our relationship work and to be submissive. As I said before, what kind of submissive? What kind? Because you have a lot of people in some unhappy situations. They're being abused, they're being used, they're being refused, and you want them to submit to that. So, as I said, it depends on what kind of submissive. It depends on if certain attributes are consistently displayed throughout the relationship to make us feel comfortable enough to submit to you. It depends on if you guys have that trust, because there's no way in the world you want me to trust you to lead me, but you don't trust me to lead with you. You want me to believe in you, but you don't believe in me. That makes no sense at all. Sis, I don't know what what you gonna do, but you gotta figure it out, because if not, it looks like we gonna be lonely out here. Okay, these men, they need us to submit. We need to do something and figure it out quick. If you're new to my channel, thank you for watching. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel. Okay, sis? And I'm working on a therapeutic line. Okay, it's gonna be on my website. It's gonna be launched really soon. I have some products lined up for you guys, and basically I'm gonna launch a collection first to see how it goes, because you know I'm all about my sisters. LGBTQ community, you guys could benefit from this line too. This collection is basically about, you know, learn to breathe and release. Okay, sis, you are a goddess. You are royalty. You don't got time to be walking around with pent up frustration, stress, depression, the whole nine. You are not a bitter Betty. So, this collection is going to help you breathe and release. It's going to enhance your inner royal. Okay, you are going to be soaking and doing things to make you feel like royalty after a long day, after a stressful event in your life, after, you know, whatever situation you're going through. This line is going to truly embrace you and allow you to understand that your shortcomings don't define you. You could definitely stand in your truth and go through what you're going through at the same time and feel powerful and amazing doing it at the same time. Okay, don't let your stress, your frustration, your anger, you know, make you feel like you're done and over with. No, you're going to use my products from this collection, and you're going to embrace your inner royal. You're gonna walk around with this attitude like, yes, I'm a bomb.com. I'm gonna breathe and release with Coach Sweetie's collection. Okay, and I'm gonna feel like, to hell with that stress, to hell with that anger. Who the hell they think they is? Okay. Can't nobody ruin you with their problems, with their chaos, when you go and check out my collection. Okay, that's what I promise you. This collection is gonna have you up and on top of everything, and you're not gonna feel burdened by nothing. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna soon, and very soon, I'm gonna have the collection together. Should I give you guys a sneak peek? Not yet. Stay tuned, but follow me on Instagram at the Relationship Guru to keep posted on the launch, guys. You don't want to miss out. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. All of these products are gonna be 100% natural, homeopathic, and yeah, you're gonna be sitting pretty, feeling amazing through your stress and all, through your anger and frustration and all. You just gonna be like, you know what? I got Coach Sweetie's Goddess collection right there in my bathroom. Let me pour me a glass of wine. Let me sip on something and get ready. You know, that type of vibe. And after, I promise you, whatever you was stressing about, whatever you was frustrated about, we're gonna be through the window, because tomorrow's a new day and you're gonna wake up and feel amazing. Okay, you're gonna feel at peace. Remember, I'm a relationship and wellness coach. Wellness being your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. So anything I introduce to you guys from my website is gonna be in regards to enhancing your wellness. Okay, mind, body, and soul. And I live for it, because I'm a woman too, and we gotta feel fabulous all the time. Okay, so thank you for watching. Stay posted on the launch, guys. It's coming. I'm proud of myself. Until next time, God bless.